Hello, and welcome back to Kearney Plays, where today we are going to be playing obnoxious Fen Diggler, the dude. This is great. I'm not rusty at all because I haven't done this in ages. This is going to be really good. So pretty much what this guy is saying is that aliens are invading this random planet. And that it's going to be really good.
Thanks to the alphas.
In case you're wondering what this game is, it's called Beyond Good and Evil. So pretty much this is what I would consider a really good game that did not get the attention it deserved when it came out, because it was like a PlayStation 2 launch title. So even back then, when nobody had a PlayStation 2, like, they barely made enough copies of it for the launch, because, you know, it took people a while to realize the console was out and to buy it, mainly because it was expensive at the time. But this game I would consider to be pretty fucking fantastic. So we're going to check this out. We're going to see how far we can get into it. There's the main character, that's Jade.
Go tell Paige. I'll take
Paige being the other main character. Now, one thing I will say before we get into the whole gameplay side of things is that this is a story-heavy game, and I'll probably try and talk over most of it, because that's what I like to do when I'm playing things like this.
Shield disabled.
Otherwise, I'd pretty much never get a word in, and there wouldn't be any point in me talking.
Units short. Your electrical supply.
So, the whole point is that you're playing a reporter, and then shit goes down. But you're also a reporter who has to fight things. These things being these really budget alien monsters, which are kind of lame. So yeah, you're a reporter who fights things and also looks after a shitload of orphans. A freelance reporter, I might add, which means you get paid no money and have to look after all these orphans. Although from the look of it, we won't have to look after them for very long, because they're all being destroyed by these machines or something, mind controlled by them, stolen. They're stealing them. They steal orphans. That's what these machines do. They love it. Anyway, this is a combat system. It's kind of terrible, honestly. Pretty much it's just push X a lot to win. Yeah. I used to really like these monster designs though. I thought they were really cool at the time. You'll notice that the kids are popping out of them. They're fine, because it's generally a kids game. The sequel that they're bringing out soon, it's not look like it's going to be a kids game. It looks like it's going to be rather more adult, considering all the cursing and obnoxiousness that was going on in the trailer, and the fact that everybody had guns, unlike this one. Oh man, listen to that amazing opera music for this extremely epic moment where we slowly hit these guys with a stick. Oh yeah, that's what we want. And now, yeah, there's a big hole in the ground, and we get stolen by a monster. Yeah, so it was never really established what the monster's thing was about, like what the big alien menace wanted from Jade. It was something they were going to do in the sequel that never got made because the game didn't sell well at launch. And I was really looking forward to Beyond Good and Evil 2, where this would all be dealt with, but instead they decided, no, we're going to make a prequel, because nobody remembers the story from this game that no one played. Which sucks. There's our large pig uncle. He's meant to be like a kind of comedic relief character. He doesn't really work very well. Here's my magic stick that lets me do a charge tap. Very important to do a charge tap. And this is one of those good old classic rules of tree situations. I don't remember how to dodge, so I'll just take the hit. So pretty much the whole point of this fight is like you hit these guys when they light up and that stuns them. I'm meant to use my super attack apparently. Yeah, so this is just essentially, you know, rule of tree. do the thing 3 times and you win, I think. Yep, just let me do it, like knock you right out of your attack to do it again. Oh. So we'll try it one more time. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully this will be the end of it, because god, that would be obnoxious. There we go. 3 monsters dead. Of course. Yeah, so there's gonna be shitloads of cursing in the second one. But this one was super light-hearted, good fun, just classic adventure romp. This is important because it's a pearl and they're like black market currency or something like that. Like big fancy black market currency things. So we'll just run forward and take that and get it out of here.
We're gonna be able to pay to get the hovercraft fixed with that.
Which is important because otherwise we can't leave our small island that we live on with all these orphans and we'd be stuck here forever. This just introducing the menus, how all that shit works. That's our AI assistant, who's kind of like...
After your fight, and I noticed something got inside your psycho karma.
Yeah, an asshole. Sort of dude. He's just kind of obnoxious. It's like most of these things. But wait, he'll be back a lot later on and be really bad. You'll see why I called him obnoxious.
Alpha sections.
So alpha sections. Oh, here we go. We could talk about these guys. They're essentially just like the military of the place, and nobody really likes them because they don't do anything. The news broadcasts and stuff like that at the start of the game are pretty much all propaganda. Horrible, horrible propaganda. So you notice we saved everyone, and these guys just turned up afterwards.
I'm coming to you live from the Southern Light.
But they're like everybody's pretty much going to act like they saved everything.
By the Dons.
Yeah. So they're not actually orphans technically.
Well, you guys are not what I'd call as fast as a speeding bullet. Keep doing nothing, and next time there'll be nothing left here to save.
Cut! Hey, Pop, stay zen. Don't get your snout bent out of shape. All right, boys, that's a wrap. Pack it up.
And then they fuck off. Because they finished their job. You notice that the shield just turned itself...
If it wasn't for you,
fainting. The shield just turned itself off there, which is why the aliens were able to attack us. It would have all been fine if we had that shield up, apparently. But the reason we weren't able to keep it up is because we ran out of money. We are a freelance reporter. We have no money because nobody would hire us. Because all we do is take photos. And we're back. Yeah, there we go. So essentially, the big alien monster managed to affect our brain.
She's okay. She's waking up.
But we're fine, apparently.
I'm fine, Paige. I'm fine.
Yeah, and these are all our orphans and our big dog, who's pretty awesome.
Shield is on the blitz. We're sitting ducks for every Vorax in the area.
Vorax are...
Simisto, you
here we go.
servant Secundo has found the
Fucking
answer to
Secundo
your
again.
dilemma.
This asshole.
Secundo, we're stuck here. No hovercraft.
What? She's gonna be a huge asshole.
Optima has cut off the power. The account is empty.
Units, you want units? You come to Secundo, mia bella. Listen to this. The director, Senora from the Science Center, wants a collection of all the animals on the planet. She pay you dinero for any photo you send with little animal on it. Mira, that beast, for example. You take picture of it and tenga, mucho units. Even your perro interests them.
Now
There you
to
go.
know your harebrained plan, Segundo, gonna have to recheck your circuits. Who could possibly be interested in that kind of thing?
We're in the middle of war, son. I'm reading the subtitles there. You'll notice Secundo doesn't get a photo, doesn't get a little picture of himself because he's not as important as Yade.
And we'll see if Secundo has pepperoni on his processor. Ciao!
There we go.
I found your camera, Jade. I put it right over there.
Thanks, you kid. So yeah. So now we get to play Pokemon Snap without the Pokemon, which is honestly kind of fun. Here's just a little tutorial showing how that works. Take a picture of the bug, we send it, we get money.
I see.
They don't judge it, which would be nice if they actually judge the photos. But it's essentially just a thing of if it's in the middle of the frame, you get points. If it's not, you don't. And we essentially need to go around and take photos of everything, including people. So watch this. We'll take a photo with this guy.
Don't worry, you're all...
Shut up. And he's just essentially a human.
Identified, dated, filed.
So I'm assuming the lady who's taken this is also a human. So she's looking at this photo and she's like, "Great, I have to pay you money for this?
Transfer the dinero to the stinking Optima service.
What a jip." But technically she does. It's pretty funny. Yeah. And that's the power company taking our money.
Thank you for choosing Optimus.
Yeah, the monster selection in this game is really weird. They're generally all kind of aquatic monsters, but they just fly around.
I'm gonna go make sure everything's working.
There's those guys, there's like these bugs as well,
As you can.
which are pretty cool.
There's a mission for you.
Yeah,
Mission M.
that's the main plot. We will eventually get to that, but I'm just going to run around and take some photos first, just because I can, and also steal everything that's in this house, because there's loads of like healing items in it, and every single new one that I pick up will it'll pop up on the menu. It'll be really obnoxious. See, look, here's 3 of those little healing items. They heal like a heart each, I think. You notice I've already taken damage because I wasn't paying attention at the start of the game, and they're just like they shove them everywhere at the intro. So the best thing to do is just run around, grab as many as you can at the beginning. I can't remember if you're just a human. You probably are. Yeah, that'll do. That's a good photo. But that's fine because they already have it. There are things that aren't humans around, although these are amazingly strange definitions of what a human is. Look, how is that a person? He looks like an alien to me. It's weird. But there is like that little goat boy around. I'll find him eventually and take a photo of him. Who are you? You're a human. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna run around, grab these photos now. Then we'll start the actual game. I will say that, like, for the time, which is PlayStation 2 era, all this stuff here, really good. Really good. You got this whole little house to explore.
Perfect. I'll add it to the list.
And you get to take photos of well, it's not so much about the photos, it's the fact that all these animals and things, your house itself is extremely well defined. You'll see that there's like little scribblings on the walls and things like that. Like, it's a good sense of like an actual location. It feels like a place where a group of people could actually live. You'll see this is Jade's room here. You can see she's got all her photographs on the wall. Her amazing glowing blue fish thing. Photos everywhere. Free food. Very important. I'm going to eat one of them now, actually. There we go. And we've got a bed. Yeah, no, this is very obviously her room. I mean, you got her sense of identity. You get the fact that she likes taking pictures of stuff. I've already taken a photo of this dog.
Can't
So
play
I'm
now.
just going to steal his food. Yeah, that's not actually part of it. That's pretty good healing item. I think it heals like 5 hearts or something. So we probably want to steal that off the dog. If at all possible. You'll notice that kid there just popped into existence. He does that. Most characters do. Early game after all. And this is just straight up a health upgrade. Just sitting in here. Yep. So that's 1 extra heart for me. Very important to pick as many of them up as you can, because the later enemies in the game, like in every other game, get very strong. And can deal like fucking 5 hearts of damage to you at a time. This is the top of the lighthouse. There's no point coming up here. There's a seal monster on top of it. But you need to get like an extension for your camera. Like, so you can take photos at a longer distance. So we'll probably won't bother ever coming back to take a photo of the seal monster thing, because it's not very important. What is important though is getting this health item off the dog.
Give that back to me.
Give me my health item. I'll swear to capture it.
You lose, Fleabag. Now give it back.
So how many hearts does it heal? All of them. There you go. That's why that was worth getting. And you can change what your selection is. Yeah, there we go. Now, I still need to take photos. Just a couple more animals, I guess, while I'm here. go onto the dog for some reason. It's like you really need photos of that giant fat dog. We don't. We're good. Too far. We need to get closer. Yeah, I'll do. Whatever this is, weird raccoon monster. Need 2 more photos to finish the camera roll. I might try and get them before I leave. Just because it's an easier way to make money than the other ways. There's like a couple of other different things you can do. I probably won't get them now. If I can get one more photo of a creature, like a seagull or something, but they're probably too far away, honestly. Yeah, they're too far away. But if we can just grab a photo of a seagull, that would be nice. Whoa! Watching their wings flap, you can see that it's like maybe 3 frames of animation on those seagulls. It's not very good. But we'll try and grab a photo and just... There we go. Cool. So now I know I can get one more photo of an animal. So we'll be fine. Imagine that, you like paid someone to take photos of animals for you, and they like immediately run out and just start taking photos of like the most obnoxious shit ever. Like people. Oh, technically it's an animal. Oh, seagulls, you know, they're everywhere. They're technically animals. It's fine, right? I mean, I'd be pissed, personally. I don't know about you guys.
Reporting. Jade reporting.
Be like, well, I know what a seagull looks like. I've seen photos of it before. I mean, there are some animals that you can get photos of that are rare. Actually, we're going to get one of them right now. You don't even get that much more money for getting those photos, though. I'll just grab this shit as well. Once again, at the beginning of this game, they just give you lots and lots of items. These are for the ship. These are like healing pods, and those other things were boost modules, which are important for like the races that you can do in this little ship thing that we get, like right at the beginning of the game. That we need to fix and all that jazz. That's okay. Here's this fish. This fish is apparently super rare because the lady says so. Apparently they're extinct. It's like meant to be a riff on Coelacanthus, I guess.
A live dipnoi. Impossible.
But we only get a very tiny amount of money for the photo anyway, for some reason. Which, you know, doesn't seem to make much sense. We get like this. So we got the same. We got the same amount of money for that live dipnoi, which she says is impossible because apparently they're all. She says, you know, it's impossible that they're all that it's alive. It must be super rare and never seen before. But no, it's fine. And here is our beige guy. He's our friend, uncle, father figure in the game. And he's worth 6,000. Apparently he's more important to get a photo of than the rare dipnoid.
Bravo, Jade. I'll send you the zoom.
Yeah.
And I'll recharge your film.
So she can send us the zoom digitally, I guess? Which means that we can now just zoom in really far. Which means we can now zoom in really far on this guy's crotch. There you go. That's what we want to see.
We just got one of them M discs. Might be another job for Jade Reporting Company. If you can read it now, and give me a chance to adjust this stupid decoder player that refuses to obey its master. Gotcha.
So he's a mechanic, and he's like an inventor, and he's fantastic and all that sort of stuff. He was friends with our parents, with the main character's parents, who also have disappeared mysteriously. Or died,
it's been digitalized.
something like that. These M discs are essentially just like mission discs. They're like give you like information on what your job is and what you want to do. So this first one is just essentially a way to get the game rolling. The whole thing about this game is that there's this big conspiracy and we're investigating it.
Hello, miss. I've been commissioned by Mr. de Castellac. This war is a catastrophe for us all. Mr. de Castellac would like to entrust a very delicate mission to you. If you accept, please make your way as soon as possible to the ancient mine on Black Isle located on the other side of town. Having completely understood the enormous risks involved, Mr. de Castellac plans to reward you generously. See you soon.
So there we go. That's not very much information to go on.
You know this de Castellac guy?
Huh? Can't go there, Jade. Smells like a track. It's too dangerous.
Are you loco? We need some dinero to protect us from those stinking dams.
Don't you worry, Paige. Everything will be fine. If you want, I'll go along.
No, it's just... Okay, we'll go together. But I'm sticking to you like bees on honey, whether you like it or not. Segundo, check over this computer and download a complete version of your OS. You'll be able to take a look at it, Jade.
Yeah.
As for me, I'll try to get that stupid hovercraft up and running. Jesus. I'm here, otherwise this whole place is...
So there you go. That's Paige. He's kind of a grumpy asshole.
Connected with el mundo exterior.
But he's alright. Let's turn this off because we don't need to listen to that. That's essentially the same speech from the intro of the game over and over again. Fortunately, it doesn't play forever. It does eventually go away. But now we just need to get this ship working, and to do that we need to charge it, and then everything will be fine. So this is like the teamwork mechanic that this game introduces. Amazing AI.
Let's get at it.
See, Paige comes over and helps us push this battery
Jade
thing
reporting in
to there. Which shits electricity into the thing. And that's that. We go back to this. We hop in.
I guess we'd better head straight for the Mama Go garage.
Yeah, so the Mamago garage is where we trade in the pearl and improve the ship. This the little jumpy ship, hoverboat thing, which it desperately needs at the moment, because at the beginning of this game, essentially you have nothing.
Until we get to Mama Go's, they've got what we need.
You see the ship is just smoking and falling apart.
Well, that's it. Finito. Dead.
Yeah.
Stupid tugboat! And the garage is only 300 meters away.
That's okay. Don't worry. The Jamaicans are on the way.
When your